Are you psyched? You're not psyched. Are you psyched at all? Is there any psyched happening?
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
I am super psyched, buddy. I am psyched. I am so psyched for this.
Trying to get like a tiny fraction of Adam Devine energy.
Yeah, it's tough. He's on another level of just, I don't know what he's got. I don't know what he's on.
Yeah, well,
okay.
The good stuff.
We'll prognosticate about that later.
Yeah. Hopefully soon to be friend of the pod.
I'd love for that to happen. All right, so we're back. We're back with a new movie, new trailer trash, right? So that's how we're kicking it all off. What are we doing? What do we get into?
I was gonna say this is another one that I feel like we probably twice a year we do a movie that's actually like brand new. Like this movie came out as we record like a couple weeks ago. So fresh out the oven. We're doing The Outlaws.
The Outlaws.
That's right. And the premise here, a straight-laced bank manager about to marry the love of his life. Oh, there's a period there?
Yeah, that's terrible. What's going on?
Again, listeners, you know the drill. I don't read these until Russ puts it in front of me.
So you should only be marrying the love of your life, right? Anyways, okay, we'll get come on.
General advice, yeah. So a straight-laced, okay, maybe it's like one of those like quick takes here. It's like a straight-laced bank manager about to marry the love of his life. No, I guess it's not. When his bank is held up by infamous ghost bandits during his wedding week, he believes his future in-laws who just arrived in town are the infamous outlaws.
What?
This is maybe one of the worst log lines we've ever done.
It's new. Yeah, it's new. Do you want to pull up the Google one to see what the difference is? Because like usually those are like, because like this is poorly written. Whoever wrote this, shame on you. Come on.
This is 1,000 times better already.
Yeah, let's see what that one's all about.
Owen Browning is a straight-laced bank manager about to marry the love of his life, Parker. When his bank is held up by the ghost bandits during his wedding week, he believes his future in-laws who just arrived in town are the infamous outlaws. Same content, much better writing. Just pull it from Google, you know? They know what they're doing, whoever writes those. Yeah, a lot to unpack there. But that's it. Outlaws 2023. This is a Netflix flick, right? Yep. Just straight to Netflix, so... Yeah, listeners, let us know. Do you still subscribe to Netflix even after they enforce password sharing stuff?
A lot of people do. Apparently, it worked. I heard.
I still do. So you still do.
I always did. I was one of those weirdos who never shared my password. Is that weird?
I don't think it's weird. Like you gotta be in a network. It's gotta be a network.
I don't want people knowing my stuff. You know, it's kind of weird because it's like
that is weird.
Right? Because it's like I don't know.
Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, these tech companies know what I'm watching. Why do I care if my friend knows what I'm watching?
Like, presumably you're close friends. I don't know.
Yeah. Right? It's not like some stranger on the side of the street like, hey, you got a HBO, I'll give you Netflix.
Yeah, we get Netflix from my parents, then we get HBO from Thais' parents. We do Hulu for them.
You sure want to be throwing this out to the world here?
Yeah.
Whatever. It's fine. Share
Someday,
the Share the
content. We're famous.
Yes.
Someone will go back and listen to this episode and be like, that son of a bitch.
When we're famous, we have so much money, it won't even matter. We'll subscribe to all the services, right?
I'll be like, sure, I'll back pay you.
Oh, yeah, Paramount Plus, let's do it. AMC, whatever. Done. I'll back pay you. So that's the movie, The Outlaws. Before we get into the trailer, do we have any fun service?
We don't, which is a huge disappointment, listeners.
Yet again.
Yep. You know who you are that you haven't written in yet.
You know, there's most 50 of you. It's 50 of you. It's like 90%, 80, it's 100% of you.
So you can send us an email and we'll read it right here in this very spot where we desperately beg for your emails every other week. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. And have ChatGPT write it. My sister did that a couple weeks ago.
It's great. It's fun. I'm done begging now. So I think it's just you. I'm sorry. I can't go on this begging. I can't.
That's the right thing to do.
I can't follow you on this path that you're going down, Anakin. I can't do it. I just can't. Annie. As everyone knows, I call Jared off the on the side.
You were the chosen one.
Annie.
Famous nickname for Jared.
Annie. What a stupid. Why would they do that? All right, so we got a call to action for our listeners. Send us an email. Use ChatGPT, whatever. Your AI service of choice. And just I don't know, send us something.
Yeah, we'll fan service it like we always do.
All right, so should we we get into the trailer?
Let's do it. Nice hot start.
Super hot start. What town in New England is this? Are we making some guesses?
I was thinking that too. Yeah. Okay.
All right. It's got to be New England, right?
It's got to be. It looks, or it could be like upstate New York.
Yeah, upstate New York. Yeah, because there's like a nice shot of like this town buried in like a nice little rolling hills, but like it had nice foliage, like perfect tree peeping foliage. Like that only happens in New England. You're not getting that anywhere else.
Yeah, broadly the Northeast, I guess.
Yeah, I think, you know what? You might be right. Upstate New York, or I'm going to go Vermont, maybe.
Could be Vermont, yeah.
I think it's further that way. I think it's more Vermont, maybe upstate New York, it feels.
I agree. It looks pretty hilly.
Yeah. Less rivers. I didn't see a lot of rivers. I feel like there's more rivers on the eastern Vermont, New Hampshire side. You're a New Hampshire guy, so you tell me, but you know.
That's right.
I don't think it's Massachusetts. Doesn't feel.
No,
this feels.
Too many police cars. We don't have that many police cars here. That's New York too. A lot of police cars.
That's a great point, actually. This small town has a lot of police cars.
Yeah, like a Blues Brothers amount of police cars.
It definitely does towards the end of the trailer. It's like, okay.
Can't wait.
And then we get Adam Devine coming in hot, right? He's pumped. He's psyched. He's pumped and psyched, right? Big red
because
flag.
Her parents are in town.
Yeah, her the soon to be her name's Parker, right? His soon to be. Her parents are coming to the wedding, and is the first time he's meeting them.
You hate to see it.
So that's a red. I feel like that's a red flag off the bat. Maybe.
Sure, it happens.
But like, what was the conversation? Maybe we'll get some context in the movie, but like,
probably too much. I bet they'll linger on that for like the first 15 minutes.
Probably, but he's psyched to meet the parents, and she's like, she's not too psyched about this whole situation, right?
That's right.
Netflix logo, boom. And then I think we literally get the same response we just had. It's him doing a hop skipping away to go into work, I assume.
If you're skipping into work, like, good on you.
Yeah, it's great. It's so happy. You're in New England. It's fall, it's foliage. You got a wife. You got a thing.
Delightful.
Me and the parents. And then literally his friends at work are just like, you've never met the parents? That seems weird.
Yep. But apparently they've been off the grid since their whole relationship. Somehow.
Yeah. Huh.
Off the grid. What does that mean? Like,
okay. All right.
Interesting.
And then we cut to the restaurant meetup. Right. We got the soon to be, she's walking down with the parents, and it's her parents are Pierce Brosnan, fan and friend of the pod. Yep. Big time. And in Jared's favorite movie, Dante's Peak.
That's right.
Yep, that's right.
I thought you were saying Jared's favorite movie, that one about the mermaids.
Don't ruin my prognostications. So we have Pierce Brosnan and Ellen Barkin, who I know you don't know who that is, but she's been around for a long time. We'll get into it in part one. But so they're the parents for Parker, the soon to be wife here, and then Adam's parents. We get Richard Kind,
friend of the pod.
Welcome back. Is this back to back? No, he was in the stand-in. That's right.
Yeah. A couple of minutes ago,
yeah. He popped in the stand. I love Richard Kind. Let's do this. And then
Tricky Dick Kind, as they call him.
So now I'm excited about this because I did recognize his mom is Julie Hagerty. I think she's hilarious. She was in Airplane. She played like the stewardess there. She was in Just Friends, the mom for Ryan Reynolds' mom. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think she's hilarious. So hopefully she gets some screen time to, like, I don't know, just be herself, because be yourself. She's funny. So
yeah.
It's a great combo. Richard Kind, Julie Hagerty. Absolutely.
That's me. Like, the cast of this movie's good.
Yeah. Like
Nina Dobrev, like I was just talking about, she's been in all kinds of stuff that I like. I don't get it.
Yeah.
The rating has gone down. Like, we picked this like a week ago, listeners, and it was 20. I think it was 22 or 23% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now it's 21. So it's getting worse.
Because it was like in the top 10 like movies, and now it's like quickly down to 7, 8, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. Which is a great sign.
So we get the parents meeting, and we get Richard Kind doing a brief bit about how good looking Pierce Brosnan is. Which I love.
Yeah, very attractive. Yeah. Thank you. That's not a compliment. For me, it's too much.
It's like, that's all right. This is good. How is this 22%? So far, so good, right?
Yeah, perfect Richard Kind.
The rest of this trailer, by the way, is like a ton of quick cuts, very fast. So we're gonna probably skip over a lot of stuff, but it's just like high energy, and I get the feeling that the trailer shows everything.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I don't think there's no twist to this. It's just gonna be Maybe at the end they become like, a family. Prognosticating. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, and the trailer's pretty funny. Like that's it. Before we started recording, we were talking about it, and I was like, I would watch this movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple goofy moments, but there's some moments like I think this will be kind of fun and stupid. But
you're right. It's probably all the trailer.
I think it's all here. So, and then we get some quick cuts of Parker, the soon-to-be wife, right? And at the same time, we're getting it's kind of they do this a lot where like they're doing these quick cuts and then having voiceover of a character from another scene that they cut to at the end of it. But we get Pierce Brosnan being like, she's too good for that little goober, and we get shots of Adam like family shots and like the family doing shots in a bar, right? And being a goober. Ellen Barkin, the bomb, she's asking Adam like, what does a bank manager do exactly?
Suspicious.
Huh. And we cut to Adam at work, right? He's like polishing his own picture, and then he's at the bank and he's telling him that he manages all the security. Then
How convenient.
Yeah, that works out. And a shot of him doing the hand scan in the vault, right? And then we're back to the bar scene, and he's like, it's the best. And then we get the title card, July 7th.
Can't wait.
This really
in the past.
Yeah, it was only like a month ago, huh? 2 months ago this came out.
Yeah. As the episode comes out, about a month ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so we cut back to Adam with his friends at the bank, right? And we get the classic, let's just pray that we have a nice chill day today.
Which, if I had a nickel.
So we cut to, so this is where it amps up like the quick cutting. So this is going to be a little weird to describe, but it's like, all right, so we cut to like bank robbers entering the bank, which is clearly Pierce Brosnan and Ellen Barkin, right?
Very obvious.
Or is it? No, it is. And then we like, they got a voice disguise thing, right? And like some action to them, like robbing a place. And we got a voiceover like Adam telling his soon-to-be that he thinks her parents robbed the bank. And she's like, you can't be serious.
Like, what?
Why would you say that?
That's crazy.
Do you have any evidence of this? And then he's like, yeah, they knew the voice-activated code to get into the vault. When she's like, I'm pretty sure I told your mom when I was wasted. Kind of funny.
Yeah. And I was laughing about the actual voice code because she left me roses by the stairs, which is amazing.
Yeah, and it's like intercut with like more bank heist action, right? And then him doing the voice activation as he's like under pressure, and then like cutting to him in the bar like singing the song. It's like, all right, this I don't know. So far, it's not bad, right?
Yeah.
And then as the robbers leave, they're like, "Thank you for cooperation, Owen." As they toss him like the paint marked explosive like bill,
which come on,
pops in his face. That's brutal.
Yeah, what a dick.
Yeah, dick move.
So then we cut to the police. We're starting to investigate here, right?
Yeah, we're outside the bank. We got Michael Rooker. He shows up. You may remember him from
I don't know who that is.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Played Yondu. Nope. Played Yondu. The blue guy.
Oh, yeah. And Walking Dead guy.
Walking Dead. He's a bunch of James Gunn stuff, Slither and stuff.
I like that guy.
Yeah, Michael Rooker's great. And again,
didn't know his name.
Like the cast is,
it's great.
Like, what are you doing?
I don't get it.
How are they screwing this up? Mm-hmm. So then he's like talking to Adam. He's like, "Hey, do you know about the Ghost Bandits?" We get a little feeling about the Ghost Bandits.
Does the name Ghost Bandits mean anything to you? Which you're like, that's not a name.
Yeah, that's
sure.
All right, one minus here. He's like, "You mean the most notorious bank robbers in American history?"
Yeah, I get how this is stupid.
Yeah, I can see all of a sudden where this took a turn for the worst.
Yeah,
and then like again, there's like more, and then mixed in with quick shots of like some action and Pierce Brosnan just being Pierce Brosnan, right?
Exactly. And then this is when we get our new probable enemy.
Plot thickens, right? Plot thickens.
Yep. Some woman rolls up and holds everyone at gunpoint and is threatening Parker.
Takes Parker hostage, right? It seems like takes her hostage, right? And they're like, and we learn the new stakes here. Take her hostage, and the parents, her parents, owe them $5 million. Which
you hate to see it.
Yeah.
I've never owed anyone $5 million, but it can't be comfortable.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Huh. Okay.
I was talking about the other day with a former listener of the pod, Brady. I don't know if he still listens every now and then, but we were talking about like, what's the number? What's your number? Like if someone handed you whatever amount of like, that you wouldn't worry about working or anything anymore. And I think we both agreed $2 million is plenty.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on where you are, what age you are, and what you're spending. But yeah, $2 million.
Well, think of it this way: you take 5% out put it in the market, take 5% out every year, you're living on 100 grand.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you invest correctly, yeah, you're doing just fine. Yeah. I mean, I've been semi-retired for much, much less. So
that's right. And how's that going?
Yeah, this could probably end soon. But hey, if everyone goes out there and buys my new book, Host.
That's right. Out now.
Now. Paperback, ebook, hardcover, wherever you buy books, go buy it.
Yep. Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble, it's already on there.
Your local bookstore doesn't have it, but you can get it from them if you ask for it.
You can get it. Hell, go to the library.
That's right. Make them buy it. Make your mom buy it for you. I don't know.
Yeah, right? I don't know. Yeah, Christmas gifts. Come on, do it.
Christmas is right around the corner.
Venmo me
presents.
Just Venmo me $14 directly and I'll mail you a copy. How about that?
Yeah. He'll even sign it, probably.
Yeah. If you listened to 2 episodes ago, you'll know Jared's Venmo. Just Venmo him money, and then he'll send it to me.
That's right.
And then, done.
Perfect.
It's part of our new segment of begging for money.
It's called Keep Russ Retired. That's the segment.
That's Keep Russ Retired. You'll get a book, you'll get a sticker, and you'll get a pin. Boom. Fire it up.
Ooh. I like what you think.
Best $15 you ever spent. All right, $2 million. Yeah, I think $2 million would be fine.
Right.
I think I can make do with $1 million. I could make a lot happen with $1 million, I think.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Like, I'm not going to shy away from $1 million, but if someone handed me 2 tomorrow, I'd be like, all right.
2 is comfy. $1 million is just fine. $500,000, I could still make that work.
Sure. Right? Yeah.
But,
I'm not going to say no, but $5 million, that's 2 lifetimes.
That's game changing. That's game. Yeah, I mean, are you kidding me? I'm retired until my next life.
That's right.
so then we get like the super mega cut of action here, right? Feel free to jump in and fill in any gaps here, but super quick cuts of action. We got Pierce Brosnan face bank robbers doing stuff, truck full of money. We got other action. We got some guns. We got cars driving away. We got orange gas. We got Rooker with a gun. Michael Rooker, that is. I think who was like either FBI or detective of some sort. Yep. And we end that whole little mega cut of Adam Devine like running out with a pole and just throwing into the street. And it's
funny.
Yeah.
It's a little lackluster.
But yeah, it's reasonable. And then we cut to more cuts of like
forest.
We're in the woods and we got car doors opening, and then we got Adam Devine like re-explain the plot. This must be when him and the parents get together and like, all right, what do we gotta do? How do we save Parker, right?
Which I know it's probably veering into prognosticating, but I think this happens like 10 minutes in the movie.
Yeah, probably, right? And then the rest is them trying to like get the money to go because they're heisting banks.
You have 2 days and you need $5 million. Yeah. Okay, well, that's set up the rest of the movie.
And you need a bank manager in the team. What better than me, right? And then we cut quickly to shot of another vault, and he's like, we get a voiceover from, I think, Pierce. He's like, wait, you think you can rob a bank, And he's like, to save Parker, I'll do anything. And then we get some weird intercuts of like some woman in a bank vault, and then someone opening it, and then people in a car, and like a woman in a wedding dress. Like they're crashing like a wedding party in a limo.
Unsurprising.
I don't know what's happening at this point. And I think at this point, did Take the Money and Run from Steve Miller, did that start already? It could have been like not quite yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're Jesus. I think it kicks in at this point. It's kicked in.
I guess it must. Yeah. Right.
Someone re-recorded this song or whatever, or maybe it's I don't know, AI remix.
It didn't sound like Steve Miller Band.
It definitely did not. It sounded like covering.
Oh God, don't say that.
I know, right?
Enemy of the pod. Bleep that out.
I'll bleep that out. Jesus, I forgot. Jesus.
Enemy of the pod.
Ugh, garbage. Ba with the ba out of here, right?
Nice. Nailed it.
And then we cut to Adam being like, "Do I look cool?" Right? This scene.
He's holding a gun.
Yeah, and he's like,
I like this scene. It's funny.
I like this too. Like very meta joke, but he like turns around, and he's like got the gun, and Alan Barkin's like, "Oh yeah, very cool, like James Bond." And then of course Pierce is like, "Which one?
Which one?"
Alan's like 5. Oh, that was a good one.
Which like you don't count James Bond.
No, you don't.
You'd say Pierce Brosnan. Which I wish they had done. I think I would have liked it more.
Yeah, that would have been extra meta joke, right? I was into it. I don't know. That was fine. I'm into it.
Yeah, I wrote I hate this, but I came around to it on it afterwards. he's like, oh, that's the good one. Yeah,
that's a good one. And we cut to a shot of Adam in the van with his workaholics buddy there. I forget what's his name. I don't know his name.
Blake Anderson. Yeah,
Blake Anderson. That's it. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he pops in. That's fun. They're fun. Having them together. Yeah. That's a. He
was on. Tyson and I were just watching. Is It Cake? Speaking of Netflix.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it, but I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But Blake was a judge on it recently, and it was predictably funny.
I mean, is it cake?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes. The basic premise there is like they're like, okay, I made a suitcase cake. And then they put it next to like 5 suitcases, and you're like, which one's cake and which one's a suitcase? And then you have to figure out which one's the cake. It's awesome. Yeah, I think you would love it. As a person who likes desserts, I feel like you'd appreciate it.
What plan? What?
It's like it's got a Mikey Day, who I don't like, but
yeah,
he's the host.
Yeah, like really? What?
Yeah, so it's the stupidest show.
So you're telling me Mikey Day is hosting a show called "Is It Cake," where people have a suitcase, and in a suitcase made out of cake, and you have to figure out if it's cake.
It could be anything.
I mean, it could be like a glass,
like a typewriter. Sure.
So it's really up to the cake makers to like make it seem just like that object that they're saying, like, is it cake?
That's right. They give them like themes and stuff. And
how far away is the person from figuring out if it's cake or not?
Like probably like 20, 30 feet.
Okay,
like
far enough. You can't smell it.
Yeah.
You can't see like the yeah. Huh.
Far enough that it's actually pretty difficult. Like you can get it sometimes, but like there are a lot that me and Thais were like, oh shit, that's the cake.
I'm not sure if I'm impressed. I'm not sure if I'm impressed by the cake makers. I mean, I definitely am. Great work. Keep doing your thing. Love ice cream cake. Or just people I don't know. Okay.
Or impressed with Mikey Day parlaying a SNL career into a Netflix game show for 2 seasons.
Oh my God. What are we doing?
What seasons?
Netflix, what are you doing? Were you wasting? You can give us half his money and
right. And the prize money is $100,000, dude. Like all those Netflix shows that they have game shows, or whatever. Like the prize is a lot of money.
Oh my God. All right. We're pitching 2024 because we got so much for the slate of the rest of this year, but 2024, we're pitching Netflix with the ITMT game show.
Yep.
Do this, right?
It's This Meets Cake.
It's This Meets Cake. Movie or cake?
Yeah. We'll even work with Mikey Day if you make us.
Sure. We'll figure it all out. We'll probably end up being friends. Hey, Mikey Day, have you ever done a Narragansett challenge?
He has. He definitely has.
Yeah. All right, we're reviewing this crazy movie. All right,
so we after the James Bond bit, the Blake Anderson bit.
Well, yeah. So we have the camo. So then this is where it just ramps up the crazy quick cut action scenes, right? So feel free to chime in with something I've missed here. But there's some action, and then we got Richard Kind on fire and like what looks like a Benihana's or whatever. Hibachi place, yeah.
Teppanyaki.
Ellen Barkin, she's firing a gun. Pierce head-butting a guy. Pierce talking about making so many terrible decisions to get to this moment in time as Adam Devine's like stumbling upstairs and dropping his gun. It's like, oh boy, what have we done?
So embarrassing.
We got a cop car flipping over, right? And then we got the classic, I think you nailed it, Blues Brothers police car chase scene. We got all the cops in all of upstate New York. I think we're going upstate New York.
I think so.
Okay. Just doing chasing the
lot of damage,
doing a ton of damage, which is, chasing the armored truck, which like money's flowing out the back, right?
Yep.
Crashing through a cemetery. That seems like a bad idea.
Pierce a lot of
praying.
Headstones.
Yeah, a lot of headstones, a lot of money getting lost. Pierce praying. He's like, oh, Mary, Jesus and Christ Almighty. Mm-hmm, more cars flipping over through the cemetery because the cop cars are following him.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And then we get a quick cut back. I think that's everything in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, quick cut back to like the bar scene, the family bar scene where he's meeting the parents and I'm getting drunk with them, and Adam being like, who even am I right now? Ow. And a quick cut to Pierce being like, one big happy family.
Title and then wigs.
Yeah. And then title card.
Of course.
Because it's Pierce. And then we get title card, The Outlaws. And another title card with the writers and directors so quick that I didn't even catch their names.
Yeah, I did, but I've never heard of any of these people. Ben Zazov, Evan Turner are the writers, and then directed by Tyler Spindle.
Yeah,
who could be anyone.
Yeah, it sounds fake.
Super fake.
Another title card, Tyler Spindle. You don't exist, do you? And until title card, July 7th, and then Netflix, and then a minute of just Netflix links.
Whirlwind.
Yeah, that was so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So how you feeling?
I'm like I said, like I kind of want to see it. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's prognosticate with us, but first, right? Jared and Russ prognosticate.
Yeah.
But I mean, or we could do this all at the same time. So we're gonna prognosticate Jared and Russ. The trailer, like, I mean, it's chaotic. It's like definitely a trailer and a blender move, but it was like, oh, sure, fun. Actually, I'm okay, and some of the jokes landed. I'm kind of into some of these, but I'm also worried that they literally showed everything in the movie.
Yeah,
and it's gonna end up just being like, oh, we're a happy family. Oh, you know what? He's going to earn his spot in the family and the parents are going to accept him.
Yep.
He's going to somehow save the day because he has to save his wife. And that's when they're going to be like, oh, we accept you into the family. It's going to be, it's going to be a happy ending. Like, I don't think it could be
Well, see, and that I agree with you in principle, but I think what they're going to do, I think they pulled a fast one on us. I think all of this happens in the first half. I've done this a few times on prognostications. Listeners know it doesn't always go according to plan, but
you're a first half guy. Look.
I'm a first half guy. I think the whole movie happens in the first half. And then I think we get a little bit of Pierce Brosnan's second career as a semi-retired volcanologist.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
And then I think the second half of the movie is Dante's Peak.
And that's it.
That's it. Which also has a happy ending, kind of.
Yeah. Well, then what happens is he realizes
the town gets obliterated.
Well, yeah, he realizes like, oh, all these hills in New England here in New York area, or there's actually a mountain under here that's a volcanic mountain that's going to erupt. And he's like, we got to get all these people to safety. And he's actually leading them out of the cemetery and getting all like, hey, follow me, right? Yeah. I buy that. I buy that. And he tries to save the small town from a volcano. Yeah.
But it's the second time he's destroyed a town at this point.
Yes. Well, then I think you're right. And then like that's probably the midpoint of the movie where he's like, there's a volcano, and the volcano starts going off, right?
Go on.
And then what comes out of the volcano?
Mermaids.
Which have somehow been bred with spiders, tarantulas. So you have,
do tell.
Yeah. Because there's like an underground world where like underneath New England, mostly New York, where it's just water and water tarantulas and mermaids live. And they've somehow figured out how to procreate. And then they're like, hey, we need to get to the surface. We need to take over. And the volcano is them coming out and taking over. And we've got tarantulas that look like mermaids, so they can be on land and sea. They're kind of like the Marines, basically, but minus the air, right? People have some flying ones, like Gremlins 2. Who knows, right?
Why not?
Throw that in there. And then
or Tremors 3.
Or Tremors 3, right? Because you know what? When in doubt, just throw wings on something.
Throw wings on it. Call them ass blasters.
It makes it so much more terrifying. Just throw wings on it. Oh, now it can fly now? Yeah. So we have flying tarantula mermaids coming out of the volcano. And
at some point, I think Adam Devine, Nina Dobrev get dissolved in like a lake of sulfuric acid from the volcano. Also.
Yeah.
Really
like
disturbing.
It's
stuff.
It's not a good wedding day. It's a bad
graphic.
Yeah.
It's rated R.
I mean, right? Let's amp it up here. Let's get something.
Make it happen.
Yeah. And then I think Michael Rooker actually ends up saving the day as the FBI guy, and he figures out how to seal off the volcano because it's just a constant exploding volcano with mermaids and tarantulas. That's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
And is there a police academy cameo at some point?
Maybe a police academy. Well, because there are so many police cars, like maybe they come in and like, oh,
great point.
Right.
All the A squad dies in the original car chase,
right?
And so they replace them with the guys from Police Academy,
right? So the Police Academy crew comes back. They wipe out the rest of the tarantula mermaids, tarantula maids, if you will.
Yeah, that's what I was going to call them.
Mermantulas.
Yeah,
it's probably mermantulas. But then there's one left, and it ends with that one just jumping at the camera, and that's how it ends because we need a sequel.
It's perfect.
It's gonna be Outlaws 2, Mermantula.
They said the perfect movie doesn't exist.
I mean, we've done a lot of prognosticating, but who doesn't want to make that movie? Netflix, if you're listening, right? Mermantula.
Yeah, I've already written half the script. Yeah. While we were talking.
Yeah. ITMT is already working on it.
That's right.
Yeah. Hollywood's on strike. We'll fill in the gaps with Mermantula.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I don't want to be a scab, but If you're going to pay me.
If you're going to pay me more than what I'm making right now.
Yeah. For the record, we support
100%.
We support the writers union, but
there's a steady paycheck involved.
Push came to shove. Yeah.
I'll believe anything you say.
If someone handed me $2 million again, listeners,
right. $500,000, but $2 million.
$2 million. Let's don't.
Oh, wait,
this is
wait.
We're underpriced.
Hold on. No, we're already breaking safety tip rule number.
We can't go against ourselves.
We're breaking safety tip number 173. Always start negotiations at $500,000. So
good remembering.
Netflix. If you want our talents, if you want us to scab, $500,000. That's where it starts.
That's where it starts. That's right.
That's where it starts.
Let the bidding commence.
Let the bidding commence. Amazon, if you're listening too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
$500,000.
We'll work for whoever. Deep pockets. Whoever's got them.
We'll take it. All right. I think that's it. We good? We feeling good? I feel great.
Feel great. I want to go watch that movie now.
Yeah. All right.
I guess we have to watch this one instead.
Yeah. Mermantula. Someday.
Crap.
Damn it. It's Little Mermaid meets Lavalantula.
I would totally watch that.
In a heartbeat. He's a stupid sci-fi channel if you're listening. All right. So thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with a full breakdown of this movie, The Outlaws, not Mermantula. No, you want to hear that, but it's not going to happen. Let me Timmy Falls on Instagram. It's This Meets That, right? ITMT Pod on Twitter. Wherever you listen, you can subscribe. And if you have friends, share it with them, because I don't know. Be
friends helping friends.
Be part of the community.
That's right. People helping people. And while you're helping your friends have good laughs, you can also help us by writing a review. That would be lovely. You can also help us by buying Russ's book, like we already plugged, and write a review of that too.
Heck yeah.
It probably helps even more.
Absolutely.
Or if you're feeling old fashioned, you want to just send us an email, talk about whatever you want. We'll read them in fan service like we usually do. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. Or you can go to the website, find all the information about me and Russ, some of the cast and crew of ITMT, find more information about Russ's book. Probably we'll throw something up there.
Absolutely. Maybe
whatever you want. It's all at the website. It's thismeetsthat.com.